Ready? We ready to fire it?
Wait now.
Yeah,
Ready?
That's good.
Hello, and welcome back to our loyal listeners. We're coming at you pre-recorded and almost totally scripted for episode 9 of Plot Points and Pours. I am one of 3 amazing hosts, David Lee. The man to my left is...
Hey, how you guys doing there? This is Luke. I'm definitely not drafting a fantasy football team right now. Want to give a very happy birthday shout out to my little bro there behind the computer, Vito. 21st birthday, so he's finally allowed to legally drink with us on this show. With that, I'll kick it over to my boy to my left.
Can't rent a car yet, though.
We'll get there.
No.
One of these days. Hey, everybody, I'm Cam. Happy to be back in the building. Can't wait to talk about this book. I thought it was a really good one. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about some really exciting stuff, too, because it's football season. Can't believe it.
Yeah, but let's stay on topic. We got to talk about this book.
I agree. So,
With that.
without further ado, you know how we like to start. Let's go over to Vito, give the book cover review.
Hello, everyone. Start with the book review here. Cover review, sorry. Very nice book cover review. Obviously, the book's set in New York City.
Yep.
Very black and white, most of it, with the little contrast of the yellow, and then the blacks. The back side of it is, your typical book, but I thought they did a good job with this review.
So what would you give it out of like a 10, you know?
7.4.
Ooh, it's pretty high.
As long as it's on the 8s, it's not out of hand.
Oh, okay.
But it was a good cover. It actually took somebody's time and thought going into it and hand drawn.
You know what? It's crazy though. We are 2 minutes or so into this podcast. We haven't even said the book. The book we reviewed this week is
Little Black Dresses, Little White Lies.
Thank you so much.
And then dancing shoes.
And yeah,
It's a really long title, and it's kind of a tongue twister.
it's true.
But it was a good read.
I'm glad Vito took care of that because I was a little nervous.
You know, now that he's growing up and it's his birthday, I think we should put more responsibility on him. I think he's old enough to
He
do it.
is. Now he's officially a man in our culture.
Yeah.
You guys put about 45 minutes a week into this fucking podcast, and I slave over this computer editing and all this bullshit.
I think it's time we talk about this because it is his birthday. He deserves his kudos, right? I mean, this guy takes care of the tech. I think he does a pretty good job. You see this in 4K on YouTube.
Took Jalen Waddle.
Can't believe it, honestly. How high definition some of this is. The audio, too. When Dave's not pounding on the table, it's coming through crystal clear.
And that's hard to convince him not to do, man.
I got to be honest, I'm very passionate and animated about what I do.
You and Chris have been, Adam, getting after it every single episode.
They
And
wrestle after.
I think we are getting better. If you look back at episode 1 and compare the audio to this episode, I'm sure Vito, you and Chris have done a lot better job with it. You've learned. So has Dave.
It's a work in progress, but we're learning every day.
Guy makes one bowl of rice and now I'm supposed to treat him like a human being.
That being said, though, I think we were talking we might bring in one more audio guy. So we are looking for applications possibly from any people who might work for like local news stations or anything like that that want to come on and be the sixth man in the room or sixth woman in the room.
We really
And
like
help
Channel
with our
5's
with
audio.
our social media or with our audio as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so leave a comment in the YouTube comments and then we'll take a look at your stuff.
Yeah.
Send your resumes to plotpointsandpours.com.
So we talked about the book cover already. Now let's get to the thick of it. Let's get inside that book. Let's talk about it a little bit, right?
Yeah, Cameron, break it down for us.
Harper, she comes across the country from California all the way over to New York, and she finds the job of her dreams, right? Maybe she lied a little bit on the application to get that job. She didn't end up being exactly who she said she was. Who does that remind you of? Coming a little bit across the country, showing up to a place highly touted and not really.
I know. I can think of one guy in particular.
What do you think?
He's a guy. He likes to be loose, likes to be massaged up.
He likes little white dresses.
Deshaun Watson, what's up, baby?
Yeah.
He gonna show up?
First game of the year. Yeah, I think we should honestly, I think the book can wait for a second. I think we can honestly talk about it. It's a big, big week. And honestly, a lot of cities around the U.S., but specifically in Cleveland, Ohio. This Sunday at 4:25, we have our kickoff
Eastern time
to the season. The Cleveland Browns will face off against the bullshit pieces of trash Dallas
Overpaying
Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
Absolutely.
We don't like them.
Yeah.
They ain't America's team anymore.
Nope.
No, that's us, baby.
Not in the Midwest, that's for sure.
So it's a big, big weekend. As our loyal listeners, we're pretty into sports, and sometimes we can get on tangents about those sports. So I felt like why don't we talk a little bit about the outside of the football realm, the atmosphere that surrounds the city during football season, because I think it's pretty special.
I know one testament to it. Something else maybe we could talk about later if there's room after talking about the book. Our Guardians were tight. It was a tight race and just ran away with it. And we're just so excited for October baseball. Another amazing win as we're recording this last night. And you turn on sports radio in Cleveland, all they're talking about is Browns. That's how hyped up the city is right now. We have something else amazing going on, a lot of, potential and future excitement. And that's all that can be talked about.
But I think the Guardians will get their flowers come October as long as they make a decent playoff run. But I will say this, it's a football town. It just is what it is. So I don't know that any sports scenario I've been to, even something like winning the championship in 2016 with the Cavs, can compare to some of the Browns hype events that have happened in I'd say in the last 3 years.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm getting at though. Browns football means so much that there's something actually that has life with the Guardians. Everything about the Browns is all but future. It's not, nothing's happened yet, you know what I mean? But there's so much more excitement about that than what's actually happening with the Guardians. It's come to fruition already.
Browns first, Guards second, Cavs third.
Close third, yeah.
Sure. I definitely agree with that. But I think in most situations, people might even put the Cavs above.
Depending on who you are,
too.
but I think
depending on who you are,
just because the Guardians, the Indians have had such long-term success, and the Cavs have been pretty bad. Besides, LeBron years, that I think,
And now.
and now, of course, love you, Donnie.
yeah, 100%. But getting back to Sundays in Brownstown in Cleveland, you guys are both have been around the Cleveland for a while. Dare I say, you guys are locals.
I would say from 31 years myself.
Yeah.
I guess almost my whole life.
So if you could paint a picture of what if you're an out of town fan coming into Cleveland for the first time for a pregame, going to the Muni lot or West 6, what is that like? What are you guys looking forward to?
So I have to say, I'm really interested in hearing both of your guys' answers to this because, I was in New York for so long. I've been out of town. I don't know so much about the atmosphere. I can't remember the last time I've been to a Browns game. Honestly.
I would say.
Honestly.
Really? Actually, I know when the last time. I think we were both about 20 years old, and I stole a bottle of wine out of my parents' fridge, and we drank it before.
I think, maybe we just turned 21.
Time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we were just 21.
Maybe I was 21.
I'm going to say, generally, it's the best day of the year, Browns opener. I feel there's a little bit of leeriness in the air right now. I think people are really worried this year, to be honest.
It's because there's actually expectations,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's a weird feeling for a
100%.
Browns fan.
And the
We're
most
coming
important
off of
position
something.
is questionable right now.
Yeah. I would say this though, you're right. It literally could either go any way, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. But do you think the optimism weighs out the pessimism?
Well, I think, what just dawned on me there, I feel for the first time ever, we have something to lose, and maybe even just said that basically, but usually it's we're shooting from the hip. We had 4 wins last year, even the year we went to the playoffs and won a game and whatever it was, you never knew it was going to happen next year, but it's we really are legitimately considered a good team. and like we could really fail, or we need to build on success, you know?
But it's really a testament, honestly, to the organization that they've built up within the last couple of years. You've top to bottom. I mean, I would assume you've good general managership. I think good
Yeah,
head
I
coaching,
agree.
good coaching staff in general. I
Yep.
should say
Good staff.
You got a great defense, a top 5 considered defense, and then you come to the offense, and there's some real freaking questions. Cut from down to the left tackle, to a new system, to new wide receivers, and of course, to top it all off, Deshaun Watson, which is the biggest question mark. But I think it would go a long way if they smack out a victory week 1.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're going to hear.
yeah.
I mean, I think the city's going to erupt.
Against the highest paid quarterback, highest paid wide receiver in the league.
Dallas.
Dallas, they have the highest paid quarterback and the
Oh
highest
yeah,
paid
CeeDee
receiver
Lamb
now.
just signed a contract.
What?
You're right.
Quarterback per like this year, right?
Yeah,
You're saying?
yeah.
Overrated.
Oh,
I
yeah, for
100%
sure.
agree on both of them.
I would say not regular
I don't know about
season
CeeDee Lamb,
overrated,
but-
though.
I do.
No, I disagree.
I think most
Do you
of
remember
their
last
shits
week
and bullshit.
in
time.
last year in Jerrytown?
it was
in Jerry
talking about
World?
playoff, but I'm not talking about playoff football. I think
Playoffs.
Dak Prescott
No.
is a good
When was the
regular
last
season
time we played the Cowboys? That's what I'm talking about.
I think he's overrated. Is what
Probably
I'm
3 or
saying.
4 years ago.
I think
don't know.
I think it was 2 seasons ago.
So
smacked
actually,
him.
that's a really good question. If you
remember
could
it.
straight up right now trade 1-to-1
Yeah, it was Jacoby Brissett.
Deshaun
Smacked
Watson,
him.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson
This
for
is a-
Dak Prescott,
this game,
would you
though-
do that trade?
Last time we played them is exactly what I'm talking about with Dak Prescott. The Browns won 49-38, but they scored 24 points in the fourth quarter, which is
Yeah,
bullshit.
he's a
freaking
very
time.
he's
Yeah.
the
He's a
ultimate
bullshit
That's
quarterback.
classic
He
Dak.
always
Hatter.
gets
Yeah.
400 yards, but 250 of them were in the fourth quarter.
That's a fact.
When he's
Fantasy
just throwing
team?
bombs.
Good guy
Might
to have.
want him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
always going to get his yards,
But would you make the trade straight up for Deshaun Watson or Dak Prescott right now?
No.
Probably not. No.
No.
Just,
I think
No,
would
I
take
think-
that trade.
I
I
don't
think
think I
Deshaun
would.
has more upside. They're still unknown. You know who Dak is.
I think the unknown is what scares
And
me.
that's with that. Dak gets injured as much as Watson does. I
Yeah,
swear.
true. So true.
Every
No,
year,
no, no.
Dak has some
I don't
major
think so.
injury.
We saw
He had a hand injury a couple of years ago, right? And that
He's
was
always
it.
banged up, though.
Well, everybody's banged up. It's a fucking NFL.
We saw Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun
I'm
Watson.
talking with the Avon Lake accent,
Right?
How'd you pick that up?
We saw Deshaun Watson's like floor last year, right? And what was his record as starting quarterback? 7-3, 6-3.
It's a well into the winning record. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So that was like maybe as bad as he could play.
Yeah, but I would also say Deshaun Watson's wins outside of Tennessee and Baltimore, they're winning in spite of Deshaun Watson. They're not winning because of Deshaun Watson.
And week to week, we know in the NFL, a win's a win, just as long as they win.
I don't disagree. His
8-4.
record does show that
8-4.
he is obviously has a better win record. But come on, a win.
I
you
think
can break down
8-4
a win.
all time, not last year though.
He's
Yeah,
8-4
all
overall.
time. He only played
Yeah,
5
yeah,
games
yeah.
last year.
Yeah, he's 8-4 over. Just last year. You want to know?
Yeah, that's what
It's 5-1, I think.
Vito, just pick Ferguson and move on.
Oh, are you drafting right now? Go ahead.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, I think there's a lot of apprehension in the air when it comes to the actual factual playing of the game. But there will be no holds bar limit on how crazy the city's going to go, or even before the game. I think you're going to have packed bars. You're going to have a packed Muni lot. And the game's at 425. There are only 2 games on. And the only other game I think is like a Tampa Bay game. We're going to have the eyes of America on
100%, yeah.
Cleveland.
So let me hear this, Dave. How are you going to contribute to that?
How am I going to contribute to the Browns' potential victory?
The victory and just the vibe around the city.
Okay, all right. This is actually a very good question, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think we are becoming a staple,
Yeah.
an institution in the city. So what we need
That's
to
right.
do is get out there.
This podcast you're talking about.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Plot points.
Not any one person individually. I'm talking about us as a collective.
Plot points and peel pushers.
Yes.
Lock it in, baby.
Take it easy. That's the second half of the podcast. We're gonna have nothing to talk about. But I would say what we are planning on doing is we're gonna take the broadcast a little live, I think, or on the road. I think we're going to be downtown trying to get some interviews with some.
At least have our little.
Yeah, with the cute people.
Whether they work or not, they work.
Yeah,
Did you say a few people or some cute people?
Yes.
No, a few cute people. Okay. We'll be around with mics asking questions, trying to build the anticipation to bring you all the content that you expect week in and week out from this podcast.
And is this going to be in
what
Brook
you guys
Park?
deserve?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. It's what you guys
What
do.
they deserve.
We're going to be broadcasting live from the future site of Brown Stadium in
Yeah.
Brook Park.
Yeah, with nobody else there.
Right now it's an empty lot, but
We'll
come
be
see us.
live
we got first dibs.
from Christie's in Brook Park.
They don't have a Christie's
Or
in Brook Park.
Crazy or you would know that. Got him, caught him in 4K.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
He doesn't have to admit to it. I'll tell you there isn't one.
Oh Jesus, we're actually running a little late. I think we got to go to commercial break.
All right, let's shoot it over to you there, Vito.
That one egg was 40 eggs. I'm not in trouble at all.
And we're back. Thanks for sticking with us after that quick commercial break. And thank you again to our sponsors. We love you. All right, so we're going to keep talking about the book as we do. So again, let's talk about the book. So Harper, she comes from California to New
don't
York
like it.
City. And she's got this thing where it's, I don't know, maybe faking it until you make it, so to speak. Couple white lies here or there.
Do you think that's exclusive to New York City? Like something you have to do in the city?
I don't think so. I think it's something that happens all the time in
Well, you lived in a big city.
a lot of different aspects of life.
He lives.
But
in
did
a big,
you fake
he
it to
lives
make
in
it
a big
in
city.
the big city? Yeah.
He lives in a big.
I think maybe that's why I moved out, because I wasn't faking it. I was just like, wow, I'm sitting here in a 1-bedroom apartment paying a lot of money, and this is real.
Yeah, that is true. I can see that. But you know what? Like, I think that kind of draws back into the idea of like every person needs like some kind of like mentality, or better yet, a key to win the day, win the week, win the like your goal.
This is where I was going, so I'm glad you're
Oh,
taking
perfect,
it away. Perfect. Go ahead, Dave.
Well, I was just going to ask, since we're already on this topic of like keys to win, what would the Browns need to do as like a key to win against Dallas
In
this
the big
weekend?
city?
Well, I think Cleveland
the big
is,
city on the Lake Erie
exactly.
lakefront.
Okay.
Cleveland is definitely a big city.
Activate Nick Chubb.
Yeah, right?
How did he do that?
What's
And
going
one of
on
our
over
best
here, brother?
reviewed books.
Look at the tech guy.
It's my birthday. I do what I want. Dude,
Oh, I guess we're just
Look
gonna
at
go
the
through
tech
memory
guy.
lane.
we're going to get flagged for the... Okay,
No, we're
thank
not.
you.
That was our own information.
Okay, you know what, birthday boy? Let's
We
start with you.
copyrighted that. They're going to copyright us against our own copyright.
Copyright infringement.
What do
I was
you
gonna say the
think?
same thing.
What do you think, Vito? We're going to need to do on Sunday. The Browns are going to need to do on Sunday to win against Dallas. Just one thing.
I think you don't want the whole take. You want one thing.
I just want one thing.
One defensive turnover.
That's it.
Yep. They
Who do you
that,
think's
they'll win.
going to get it? Who's
Denzel Ward.
all right?
I think
would
Denzel
you-
Ward's gonna have a pick 6.
Are you going to place a
Pick
bet on that?
6? Yeah, if you're going to say that out loud, you got to put some money on it, brother.
Is that Vito's lock of the week?
I just have a weird. I don't know. Like You have a good feeling about that.
I love Denzel Ward.
Me too. I just hope
Wish
he
he was a
I hope
little
he could
more
be,
healthy.
Yeah, I just
a little
the
bit
concussion scared
healthier.
the shit
He
out of
needs
me,
like
man.
3 helmets on him, and then he'd be the best.
They
player
better
in the
play him with
NFL.
those
I heard
fucking
guys are getting
helmets
hurt
on.
like worse with Guardian helmets in preseason. Did you hear anything about that?
No, I did not.
I heard that it was not helping. I did hear that. Yeah.
That sucks.
Because it doesn't stop your brain moving around in your skull. So it's like
They need to figure something out with
Yeah,
that.
if there's enough impact, it's just
like you're regardless of how much. I mean, I'm sure the padding does help to some degree, but it's like, will it stop a concussion all the time? No.
They need to
So,
wear those Zorb things.
Zorb. Is that like a Japanese anime?
You know what I'm talking about.
You know
dude.
what Japanese anime is, and that's not it.
The
First of
big
all-
ball.
All right, this is book talk. Of course, they know what Japanese anime is.
Oh, that is actually true. But okay, all right. Well, we got.
What's your lock, David?
What,
Let's hear your lock.
what do you
baby.
think needs to happen, Dave?
Yeah,
this
what is it? Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say if this happens, the Browns will win. I think if Jerome Ford gets a rushing touchdown above 45 yards, they will win the game. And you want to know, and I'll tell you why it's so specific.
So
When
is
was
that
the
like,
last
is that
time-
the line? If his rushing touchdown is 30 yards, they lose?
It's not a guaranteed loss. It might be. He can't guarantee the win.
that's true.
Okay, I
So
see.
I can't
Let me say
guarantee the
this.
win above 45 yards.
When was the last time a Browns running back besides Nick Chubb has got one of those? Is that why you're
Jerome
saying
Ford had
that?
a 70 yards.
He did? Okay.
Against
okay.
the Jets, if I recall
maybe, yeah.
correctly.
Why do you say that, though?
Okay,
Because I
let
know
me
there's a
break it down
meaning
for
behind
you.
it.
So one of the big
Let me
questions.
break it down for you, brother.
One of the big questions on the Browns right now is the offensive line. So if they can get enough push to open up a hole for Jerome Ford to hit it and break away, Jerome Ford, the tap dancing fool behind the line,
Tap dance on a
absolutely
cloud.
gets above a 45-yard touchdown.
Most
rush
yards
through that,
behind the line of
Then I'm
any
going to say
running
that offensive line with Jack Conklin starting at left tackle is doing well enough that we can win the game.
Is that official?
They said
Hold
today
on.
he's been doing phenomenal at it, though.
Chat, clip that. Dave just had a fucking killer segment there. Clip that.
Fire, post it on Twitter.
There you go.
That one's for the socials. All right, go ahead, Luke. Give us yours.
Oh, and by the way, you can go yourself. Damn, bro. Let me, Cam, go to you first because I got to pick.
Just too much fire, huh?
So Dave talked about the line a little bit already. I think that's an obvious key.
Just out of curiosity, what is the line? I mean, are the Browns favorites, I hope, right?
Yeah, and you talked
Oh, the
about
line on the
the
game.
defense making a turnover, specifically the secondary. I do think that's key. We have a really good secondary, and they need to keep that up. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to turn to Jerry Jeudy. He makes his first game presence felt. Shows up, does what he needs to do, needs to make a few catches, take the pressure off of Amari Cooper, who's in another contract year, so to speak.
Okay, wait.
Dude,
so
how sick
define
would
that
that
a little
be?
bit more because it's a little vague. So Jerry Jeudy makes his presence felt. How, like, what does that mean? What does he need to have?
100 yards, touchdown.
Jesus. I mean, that's really making his presence felt.
Make it feel, brother.
I think it means at least
Feel at ease.
specifically what that means is one big play out the gate. First quarter, first 2 possessions, 30-yard pass.
I mean, he's our downhill receiver, right?
yeah. Yep.
Now that Goodwin's gone.
That's a key.
Elijah Moore, you don't think still is? Like, he's a speedster.
No, Elijah Moore is strictly on a team for triple reverses. I know that for a fact.
That's true.
He is
triple
listed,
reverses
he is
and
listed,
20-yard comebacks. I
He's
feel like he
listed
would
as a
always do
running back
comeback
on the
routes.
depth chart.
True.
Yeah.
He always catches the ball running at his own
Shit.
end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he is like, he's our slot receiver, right? Or is Jerry Jeudy now?
He's listed as a running back on the depth chart.
No, really?
No.
Yes, he is.
Elijah Moore. Number 8.
Yes.
Check that.
Actually,
I already watched this today.
go ahead, check that.
Actually, could I find him in this
Chat,
little
clip
draft
this
league?
one.
Honestly, this could be things we got wrong next week. Because that is a crazy fucking statement.
There's no way.
In the depth chart,
I mean, not that
Elijah Moore is listed as a running back.
Not that this means anything, but in this little fantasy thing I'm in right now, he's listed as a wide receiver.
It means a lot, actually.
Okay, you know
That's what
what?
they go off of.
I
Sorry,
think
sorry,
this
might be
statement
wrong
also
there.
needs to be made
Elijah
before
Moore,
whatever.
running back.
How?
You tell me.
Per who? Timu?
ESPN.
Wish.com.
ESPN. Cleveland Browns depth chart.
All All right, I'm gonna come across to the other camera to
Nobody-
look at this,
nobody come
or
over here
you
and
put
look
it
at
on
my
the big
computer, please.
screen because can you put it on the big screen? We don't
Come
believe
on,
you, brother.
you're 21 now. You can figure this shit out.
I don't know how to put shit up there.
Yes, you do. You already
put a
did it.
picture
You're
of
putting
Cameron.
fucking Tony Soprano up there all day.
Let's go, Bobby Bacala.
That jersey looks good on you, by the way, but not as
jersey
good
looks
as
good
that
on
other
anybody,
one.
though, dude.
It won't
Those
let me-
I know,
jerseys are
those are-
sick.
It won't
They're
let me.
clean.
It won't let
Oh,
me.
here we
It
go.
won't let me go any
That's
farther.
why.
That's it.
Yeah, let's see it.
That's it.
You're so full of shit. That's why. Why would you even fucking believe
What do you want me
that?
to do? The stink out a virus.
Oh, I have been seeing this. They're
I
saying
know.
I'm an AT&T
I closed
customer.
out. I closed out of it for you.
I am.
This website you're about to enter is not secured.
Straight gay or
Back to it
trans.
though.
All three, baby.
I just want to marry Cameron.
What did you say?
all right.
I don't have the headphones on. Can you speak up a little
So
bit?
we had a nice Jerry Judy prediction. I like it, Cam. I think if Jerry Judy does have a big game, it would
Jerry
definitely
Judy, of course.
contribute. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say at least for vibes, everything rests on Watson. Just like if
Yep.
he could just look like above
Compensate.
middle,
Yep.
just a slightly above average quarterback.
Yep.
I think we have so much to be excited
Such a
about.
lock. Yep.
If he blows, if he throws for like 130 yards, couple interceptions, oh God, Monday is gonna suck.
So are we going to go around the horn right now? Who do you guys have favored? Browns? Just Browns or Dallas?
Brother, if anybody answers anything but Browns,
I mean,
come on, brother. We're in Shaker Heights.
Are we all in agreement?
They're 2.5 point favorites, so I mean that's like a dead. That's pretty much even,
Hey.
isn't it?
Hey,
No,
pretty
that's
much.
pretty big in the NFL, actually. That's
don't
like.
I thought being the home team has a 3-point
usually
lead.
three. It's a
2.5
pick 'em.
to 3 lead.
Wait, what-
basically.
what'd you say the line
then
was?
That's enough.
What is it though?
2.5.
Where Browns are 2.5? Damn.
I would actually hammer that line.
Hey, can we just say right now it's a late September? Guardians just won, locked up the division. You're walking out of the stadium. What's everybody saying?
Did they win?
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Who?
Yeah, even at
That's
the
what
guards.
happens.
That's what he's saying.
You're leaving a
Cameron.
Guardians game late September, and everybody's chanting that. And
I
that's
can't
what,
wait.
That's what
That's
we're going to
why.
be saying Sunday around, I don't know, how long is the
walking
football
to the
game now?
casino,
About
and then you lose
7:30.
your ass to the casino, and you're walking to
No.
get a table at the farm. And guess what? Some old guy's taking up all the tables at the farm, and the only tables they have available are picnic tables,
tables.
which isn't that cool. And honestly, like, why would you spend that much money on a table to get a picnic table outside? And that's what it feels like, baby. That's Sunday,
And they
football.
already gave the picnic tables away to the plebes.
Yeah.
So why would we do it?
Dude, I want to pivot to something real quick though, because we didn't talk about this in person. We've been texting about it today with a few of our other buddies. We're in a little fantasy football league,
Oh yeah.
and
Before we talk about this, going back to the book
okay,
and mentioning, right? Speaking of how
McDonald's.
you said Deshaun Watson 130 yards, disappointment.
yeah,
Oh God.
Harper in the book, she let down a couple people. It was disappointing. I feel like it was kind of that arc of the story that is just traditional. You keep going up, then you have that little, start going down the roller coaster, and then you have the climax where you figure it all out, right?
Yeah, but Cameron, you'll be really disappointing if I freaking lose our fantasy league.
Anyway,
Cause the
no. Before we get there, 130 yards, Deshaun Watson. That's a valley in the peak in the valley in Harper's story here, right?
Yeah. If you're talking about
College
Harper's
football.
Valley
I'm
okay.
sorry, we didn't.
College
Sorry,
football.
I stepped all over it.
This is something we need to talk about. Ohio State, they won, came out to a slow start. It's new everything. That's
Ended up winning
The
by
only thing that
40.
was
that's to
really
be
dis-
expected.
Them boys
Yeah,
from
it was really
Akron were
disappointing
carving.
was
What
that-
I want to
Oh.
mention that hasn't been talked about enough. The people aren't hearing this. We got to get this out there. The Michigan quarterback against Fresno State.
Yep.
130 yards,
No
one
shit.
touchdown, one interception.
Hell yeah, let's go. Also, they play Texas this weekend or next
This
weekend?
week.
Let's go.
Yeah.
They're gonna lose.
They're gonna
Oh,
lose.
yeah.
Is Quinn Ewers still playing?
Oh,
as
yeah.
Texas
Yeah.
main quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would 100% take Texas. That I mean,
Can we get a line on that real quick
Yeah,
there,
yep.
Vito?
God, Michigan
I want it.
has got to be rolling. Like I don't know how. I'm sure most of their seniors went to
They did.
the draft.
They did.
They have new coach
They did.
who's honestly a crybaby.
Yep.
Yeah, you remember that?
Oh yeah,
And
That was
he still is. Yep. Didn't
They're
stop.
defending a cheating organization that's going to get smacked so freaking hard.
Just so we're on the same page, Michigan won the national championship last year.
That's correct.
Let's put a pin on that.
No. He's making a point.
Texas is 7.5-point favorites.
Get what he
next
Are
year.
they home?
Yeah.
Is Texas home? Who's home?
Texas versus Michigan.
That sounds like Michigan is home.
Yeah, it does. I don't know. Let me look. I'm pulling it up. I don't know.
Did he just say Michigan was favored by 7?
No.
Texas, David.
That's what he's
At
saying.
Michigan,
Defending,
I don't know if it's at Michigan.
defending
Looking.
champs.
It's
Chat, clip this.
I mean, it's not a regular defending champs thing. You
Why not?
literally saw an
did.
exodus out of that.
That is
school.
true.
Like,
I mean, they lost their coach. They lost.
yeah. I mean, and they're literally
JJ
looming.
McCarthy.
Texas at Michigan, September.
That's pretty
7th.
nuts, boys.
3 versus 10. That's why.
I think it's a lock that Texas is going to win that.
Oh, I know it is a lot.
7.5 points
You guys
favorite. That's
There's
a
no way
pretty
Quinn
big lock.
Ewers fucks that one up.
I mean, I just don't think. What does Michigan really have to offer this year?
Nothing.
They're rebuilding, and not only that, like the recruits going into that school, unless they're throwing down some serious freaking money, they might get locked out of bowl games next year. Like they're gonna get hit by these NCAA like rules after the Connor Stallion stuff. It's coming.
So keeping it along the lines of football, we talked a little bit about what our keys were for the Browns, but also a little bit about fantasy. I think we should get into it, right?
I want to bring
People
this
are
up.
drafting right now.
Well, we haven't talked about this in person yet. Like I said,
That
we
last
texted
topic
about it
just got
earlier.
so hot, I missed my pick.
We were talking about this earlier, and I think I screenshotted it there. That's why I'm bringing up.
Hold on.
Yeah, me too.
Let me.
Cameron pulled this out there. It's just a little 6-man league. Nothing. It's just a little $500 buy-in. It's small, little thing we do with
Yeah,
friends.
just a little one.
We use
Mainly,
all the
it's
podcast
focused
money for
on
that.
Mainly, it's focused on a punishment. Cameron threw this punishment out there that I freaking love. Like, I'm really actually, I think I'm mostly excited about this for football season. I actually just want it to be like week 18 already, so I could freaking lose and do this.
Could you do it?
Luke does
yeah.
do this in culmination over the week.
All right. With further ado, let's tell the viewers, the listeners, what it is.
Yeah,
right?
what we're talking about.
I would love the birthday boy to introduce this. What the
Hold on,
what the
keep going for a
punishment is.
second here.
Oh my god!
So,
all right, Cameron.
I'm
please.
working on
a little
pulling
bit of
it up.
backstory. People, if the listeners don't know, because they're used to reading books and not playing fantasy football so much.
That's true.
To the readers who are
Incline.
that need to learn a little bit about fantasy football. Typically, what happens is your team's not going to make it to the playoffs. Probably around week 10, 11, somewhere around there. If your team's really bad.
Could be injuries too.
So then at that point, injuries, you give up. If you give up, you're throwing games for people who have a lot invested. And that totally skews the entire league. It's thrown off completely. So
How do you mitigate that?
one way to mitigate that, great word. This guy, you could tell he works in banks.
Well, he went to college.
I
still.
don't work in banks.
He does
Not
have that
anymore.
advantage.
I just want to marry Cameron.
That was a New York City word.
So one way to mitigate that is to have a punishment for coming into last place.
And so,
Coming
so everybody
into
is trying
last
to
place.
avoid that
Yes.
But now the way you just set it up and put it,
by using
it's
the word
not gonna
mitigate.
work. It's not gonna work for me. Where you're like, you don't want to lose. Basically, you're gonna be screwed if you lose.
Here's what we're looking at here.
Okay, hold on. Let him introduce it before you give it away, there, pal.
So 24-hour challenge. If you lose, you have to spend the whole day in McDonald's. 24 hours. 24-hour McDonald's. And the only way you could get out of that before 24 hours is if you continue to eat their menu items.
Basically, you gotta eat your way out.
You got to eat your way out. And there is a
Smashing that
spreadsheet
shit.
based on the menu of how much time is reducted from you eating.
So let's take a look here. We have a big breakfast and hot cakes worth. I'm assuming these are in minutes, right?
There's
Yeah,
nothing.
that's
worth,
correct. If you scroll up, time reduction in minutes.
Okay.
There's nothing worth. The closest thing is
big
half
breakfast is like the money.
But honestly, though,
But
which
the
Also,
closest
we're
thing
gonna
is
have to
half
talk.
that.
We're gonna have to get this out there. I can't eat half the big breakfast, and I don't want to be
yeah,
disqualified.
but look at quarter pounders and cheese. That's quarter pounder and cheese is 45 minutes.
So are we gonna say a quarter
Dave,
pounder
look at
without
this.
cheese is 45
Dave,
minutes?
here's
'Cause I
my
can't eat
thing.
cheese
Yeah,
that
we
way.
might have to amend these rules a little bit.
Look right here,
for Luke.
double cheeseburger, same as a quarter
45,
pounder.
yeah.
Way less.
Oh,
You're right.
Way
We
less
might
than
have
a
to
Big
edit
Mac.
these. Yeah,
You gotta be smart about this shit.
No.
that's kind of the point.
Yeah,
Maybe-
no,
maybe you
it's
don't-
a strategy. You got
maybe you don't
yes.
like that.
You leave it the way it is. You don't mess with it.
All right, let's go
No,
around
I'm
the horn
saying
real
you
quick.
gotta be. Look, Luke can't do that shit. You know.
Well, then he gets smart with it.
Let's go around the horn. If this were to happen to you,
Yeah.
I mean, I know we have a long time to anticipate, a long time to plan. If it were to happen to you today, go through the menu right now and go through what your approach would be, right?
Yes.
A McChicken
Dave,
is
go first.
45 minutes.
That is
Dave,
what's funny
go
I noticed
first.
about this. A McChicken, which is cheap, is the same as a deluxe McCrispy, which is like the big chicken sandwich.
No, I think to
Knock
that,
it in
though,
the
though-
McCrispy.
I think we should knock that McCrispy
No.
or just a
no. I think
McChicken
that
should be
is what
30.
it does is. It's because it's the same amount of food from McDonald's.
Not only that,
It
it's
kind of
taste.
forces you to
just
make
because
the
it's half the
bad
price.
stuff.
It's also
Yeah.
taste too.
Yeah,
though,
like-
like
Yeah, true.
That shit
Exactly.
tastes- yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I think, like, honestly, you could probably take down 6 McChickens, no fucking problem.
All right,
I've seen
I'll start
you
us
do
off
it.
if nobody
What?
else is.
Cam, go.
let's see your camera.
All right, so this is my plan.
Over or under, how long would it take you?
If you don't get the calculator out with the 24 hours.
I'm going 12 hours for me.
Whew, really? That's long.
12 hours.
So you're knocking off 12 hours.
So you're eating.
I don't know.
I've seen
you're
my boy
right.
put
You're
down
right.
some fucking Mickey D's.
8 hours. Let's say
You
8
put down
hours.
that big breakfast and hot
Cameron,
cakes,
your
that's
sisters told us
automatically
when
2
you were
hours
growing
off.
up.
Let's say 8
You
hours.
let out a
max.
burp
All
and you'd be there
I'm
for
coming
seconds.
I'm coming in breakfast. What time do we start this? Let's say, I don't know,
I say-
5 a.m.
No, I
I'm gonna say 7 a.m.'s earliest because
I say
don't
you
know what
started like
what time?
9 a.m.
What kind of time can you be in a dining room?
That's
truly?
fair.
So
9
here's
a.m.
mine 9 a.m. because breakfast goes till 11. You're not eating more than 2 hours of this breakfast shit.
All right.
You know?
9 a.m. walk in. I'm going to get the big breakfast with hotcakes, but also 3 coffees. Key to keeping that metabolism going.
Is
Get
coffee
the
up there?
coffee.
Wait, there's coffee.
It's not on here. No, it's not on.
Ooh,
but I'm
God,
gonna
man.
I'm gonna
Actually, it's
dial in
only
the
food.
coffees. I'm gonna keep the
No, there's
coffees.
milkshakes.
coming. Then I'm gonna get a sausage burrito. Then I'm gonna get fruit and maple oatmeal. And then I'm gonna keep going down and I'm gonna get 6 Big Macs. And then that's it. Then I'm gonna wait and see what else I could do.
Dude,
see how
six
much
Big
time.
Macs, brother.
Yep.
That's a lot. Of
I don't think
Yep.
that's the
a lot.
problem.
Why would you go 6
Right.
Big
So-
Macs when you can go 6 double cheeseburgers?
Because
Oh, we're gonna
He
adjust
likes
the
the
time.
Big Mac.
I
we're
like the
not
Big
just
Mac
shit.
and the vegetable to meat
There's a lot
combination.
Of lettuce.
There's a
I
lot
think
of
you're-
lettuce and
I think
bread.
you're really messing
Yeah,
up
but
with
bread
oatmeal,
will kill
dude.
you. Bread is
you're
what's
messing-
going to fill you
I
up.
think you're messing up with the oatmeal.
Are you dipping in Coke?
No. No, we're
Coca-Cola.
not Joey Chestnutting this, I don't
Okay,
think.
I'm wondering.
I think you're messing up with the oatmeal, Cam.
All right.
That
So
shit's gonna
that's
fill
my
your
take.
stomach.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
hear the
it.
other guys.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's
Luke,
go around
shoot.
the horn.
I
I
want
can
to
scroll down
preface.
too if
I
you
want to
need.
preface this with my old lady's pretty strict on me with eating fast food, and that's why I'm kind of really not worried if I
Yeah,
lose
she really
this
twists
because
your arm.
yeah, like if I lose,
This
like,
is a challenge for Kate more than it is. to
I
Luke.
have to do it.
Yeah.
I have to. So I'm actually looking forward to bombing and
24
ending up here. That being said, yeah, I'm gonna need a
Quick
little
math,
help with the
anyone?
math
24
here.
times 6, 150?
24 times 6, right around there.
48
Yeah.
times
150?
3.
All right, I get mine.
One,
Go ahead.
144.
Yep.
What are nuggets?
Shit, man. I'm gonna breakfast. My go-to, I guess, would be looking at the math here. It makes sense to go sausage McMuffin with eggs because you're getting the 15 minutes extra for the eggs. So I'm probably gonna whack down 3 of those, which
Yep.
puts you at what, an hour, 2:15.
nice.
I don't know if my math's gonna work out here really well. So what we were talking about prior, though, with amending it for myself, is I'm allergic to dairy. So like when you're talking big breakfasts with hotcakes, wow, I can't say breakfast. Oh, I can say it now.
With hotcakes.
Oh, I'm still breast.
That'd be
What-
nice.
How do you associate breasts with? What are breakfast or hot cakes?
Breast is my best friend. I cannot eat hotcakes though. Is the point? So
Yeah.
Breakfast, let's just whack down as many sausage McMuffins with eggs as possible. We go to dinner or lunch and dinner. First of all, this is my thought too. I'm kind of going to make a day out of this. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to say about
It's a full day.
breakfast ends about what, 10:30?
Yeah.
10 o'clock, my wife's going to come up there and meet me, and we're going to eat a couple McMuffins together.
Her meals don't count towards that.
That doesn't count towards, but
I
I
had
can
to
enjoy
drop the
myself.
wife card.
Coming about, she goes
I know, it was
to
real weird
she
about
goes to
that shit.
work. What happened?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Then my father and my sister and my mother maybe come up because Vito, I would say you probably can't be involved in this because you could sabotage me because you're in the league. My dad and my parents and my sister come up. They're gonna eat dinner with me. We're gonna do honestly in dinner. I'm gonna impress them. I'm gonna whack down 5 McDoubles.
You think you're gonna be there till dinner?
Lunch. Like, what am I saying? They're gonna meet about
it's
3 o'clock.
24 hours.
They're gonna meet about 3 o'clock.
Dude, I'm telling
we're
you.
gonna talk about property taxes for an hour, and then they're gonna go to a fair, and I'm gonna stay at McDonald's.
That's a lock
Can you
right
scroll
there.
down though? Because I don't know what else I got here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
this is just burger.
The underneath on any of this is
I got burgers.
roll.
He wants chicken.
Roll.
And honestly, I'm going to contradict myself here.
Wait,
Growing
wait,
up,
hold on.
Dude,
there's
McNuggets 10 per or 30 minutes. That's pretty good.
Keep scrolling a little
Wait,
bit.
Dave.
Keep scrolling.
no,
Over
wait,
there.
you would eat 10 nuggets get you
To the mix.
30 minutes, and a McChicken gets you 45. You're
Well,
taking
I mean,
it.
I agree.
That you're gonna wait for you, huh?
The path to victory is McChicken. The path to victory is McChicken. That is so easy.
Dave, I think that's a
Honestly,
vet
if
move
Vito
there,
can
dude.
figure it out, don't find one with it, not to spoil his little move
if we
here,
didn't adjust the times,
then he
or
can
whatever,
have that.
dude, I'd be
Wait,
breaking down
here's the
McChicken
kicker.
so fucking fast.
It's 5 minutes
like-
for 5 minutes. So it doesn't help.
All right, Dave.
I'm going to contradict myself here, though, also with the McChickens. I don't know what time we got left here. I'm just talking.
Yeah, we gotta go soon.
Instead of
but-
the McChickens, I will do probably the McCrispies. I will spend the more money, probably spend the more carbs just for the taste because I really don't like McChickens anymore. So there you go. I'm out of there at 6
Let me do this
o'clock.
then real
I'm
quick.
at home. I'm
Real
on
quick.
the toilet.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm
Go ahead,
enjoying
go ahead,
myself
Vito.
on a
You
Sunday
got this
night.
up.
no,
Finish this up.
Cameron, how many hours?
Luke, that was. I just want to say Luke's breakdown was way more methodical and planned out than mine. I didn't anticipate.
went
it.
first, though.
And this is why we're doing this because
Yeah.
people need to hear this if they're put in this
Cam,
situation.
how many hours?
That's a really good approach. I'm saying max 8 for me, max.
8 hours.
I
Luke,
think,
dropped
I think
it from
8 hours is
12.
a sweet spot. I'm not going to
Luke, 8?
not the copy, but I think it's a,
Dave?
yeah.
give us
If
your
you
take.
can knock down 16 hours of food, wait, 16, yeah. That's
I'm gonna
pretty
go
damn
conservative.
good.
I'll say 10.
No, give me your take though.
Oh.
What's your move?
Well, I guess it kind of depends. If we're saying it's all in on this menu right here, then I'm
is the menu.
going.
This is the McDonald's
Okay,
menu.
then
Yes.
I'm going. I probably will do some sort of light breakfast, as in I'll hit a. I would probably hit hash
I'll hit a
browns
sausage.
and bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits because that's pretty. I probably do 2 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits and maybe 2 hash browns.
This shit
Round
is
out
making me
like
hungry, brother.
I know, bro.
and then go
That's what
down.
I'm saying.
Go
Like,
down.
I really want to lose.
Ready? I'm at here. Here you go. Right here. Here's the kicker.
Sorry.
So that's breakfast.
Yeah.
Once that's over with, go down a little farther. See that big chicken? Yeah, I'm hammering 50 of those fuckers. I'm out of there as quickly as possible.
50 of them. What are you making up for next year's loss?
Yeah, I'm eating as many McChickens as it takes to get out of there. That's so easy. McChickens are awesome.
I got to add one caveat to this thing.
You know
So-
what? Actually, though, McChickens are a little punishing because
They suck.
So much mayonnaise.
No, there's so much mayonnaise.
But it's like it's not even mayonnaise though. It's like this weird looking
like
mayonnaise thing that
lard or
McDonald's. It
something,
sucks.
dude.
It's so
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
It's
it's
not
weird.
mayonnaise.
It's
I like
so
mayonnaise.
bad. It's
I know. That's what I'm saying.
No, it sucks. So one
If
little
you get a fresh McChicken, it's good, but
Dude,
you
McChickens
normally
are so
don't.
good.
You
I don't know,
normally
man.
And then the lettuce browns a little bit.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, whatever.
I
My
think-
path to
Just
victory-
eating a whole slime
Yeah.
thing.
All right. So Dave,
My path to
you're going
victory is
10 hours.
This was probably made though.
I think conservative 10
10
hours. Yeah.
I'm going 5.
Whoa.
All right, what's your game plan?
Here's the
What's
move.
your path to victory?
Yep.
Actually, I'll switch it and I'll say I would go like double cheeseburgers and McChickens. Like since there's
Yeah,
you
so
can't
big
change it now. You
breakfast,
have to stick with that. You have
right
to eat
there.
50 McChickens.
No,
Lock it in right now. You lose. You're eating 50 McChickens.
So I'm at
You
50.
gotta marry your mother-in-law.
I'm at 52 hours worth of time.
Oh, you flinched.
So big breakfast with hot cakes. Scratch that. I'm hitting the big breakfast. I ain't doing the hotcakes. It's everything but a hotcakes. It's a sausage patty, a hash brown, eggs, and an English muffin.
Oh, dialing that.
So I'm ripping 4 of those off the rip. All right, here's the strategy.
4?
I'm ripping 4 of those. I'm smashing those.
No, 4
Yeah.
hours.
This is gonna be so exciting.
I'm
man.
smashing
so
those. All
excited for
right.
this.
Here's the strategy.
Finish it off
I
with a
don't
light
care
fruit
whatever I
pickle
pick
meal.
here, all right? I swear to God, I'm knocking 19 hours off this fucker. Because you know how?
Ow.
Every bite I take out of something else, I'm eating an apple slice. That's 5 minutes off. Every bite. I'm telling you. Bite of a pancake, apple
not what I
slice,
thought.
5
Hold on,
minutes.
hold on.
Right out of the ball pit. But I don't think
Bite of a
It's a
hash
whole-
brown,
it's a-
apple
it's a
slice.
pack.
No,
It's
one
a
apple
pack.
slice.
No, it's not.
It says
No, it's
apple
not.
slices.
That's the pack.
That's
Oh,
the pack, bro.
That's gotta be more than 5.
You're out of your mind.
It's a pack.
slices.
5 minutes for an apple slice. You little.
It's what it says.
It says apple slices.
All right, well,
This keyboard's been acting up all night. This
come the
keyboard's
end of
been
the
acting up
season,
all
we're
night.
amending that to say bag of apple
Yeah, it's
slices.
a bag of apple slices.
This keyboard's acting up all night. Put a fucking S on that and that slices shit.
There is an S on it. You
This keyboard's been acting up and put the S on it.
Who put an S on it?
This keyboard's fucked up, dude.
You're saying it's not really there.
Yeah, it's not there. Quit looking at shit. It's gone.
Dude. I thought your secret weapon was gonna be the ball pit.
No, nobody has ball pits anymore, dude.
No, there's got to be one around North
One more
Royalton,
take.
right?
All right, here's
It
the
used
last
to be,
take
now it's
about
just a bunch
this.
of couches. Dude, what I said with the ball pit though, if you get 5 minutes knocked off for the ball pit, but
I
you have to
thought it
spend
added
5 minutes in the
minutes.
ball pit. So it doesn't actually do
I
anything.
thought it added 5 minutes.
It added 5 minutes.
Oh, I want one more McNugget. I'm gonna do.
Hold on.
Well, it's exercise.
One more apple slice.
I ain't leaving.
He's so stupid. I can't believe it.
I thought I hit a lock with that, man.
You like 20 years, 1
Dude,
years old.
I'm
you don't know how to
going.
read.
I'm still going.
Can I make
5
one
hours.
comment really quick?
I'm still
though?
going. I'm out of
if
there by 3
some
o'clock.
chance somebody's a wimp about this and you can't finish, because I think this was probably made when McDonald's is used to be open for 24 hours. Now
can
they're really
find
not.
one.
No,
Still
that's what
are.
I'm saying. No.
There's one by Megan that's open 18 hours.
Okay, we're not going out to Toledo.
No, most of them are open 18 hours. Like, think about it. When
right.
are they closed?
But you're going to do it in less than 18
Like
hours.
midnight to
That's what I'm
5.
saying. You're in there by 9.
I was going to
9
put a
a.m.
caveat in case you didn't finish by the closing, but forget it. It don't even matter.
Yeah, but I would say like a very conservative.
If you
time,
don't
like,
finish by the
12
time it
hours is
closes,
probably
I already have the
like-
answer.
gotta marry Cameron.
I hope you guys enjoyed that segment just as much as we did. We had
All right,
a
fire
lot
up
of
this
fun
next
with
book.
that. It's going to continue
get
throughout the
edited down
season.
like
Yeah, we
crazy.
might have to adjust.
I
some
gotta
of it.
cut this shit down bad.
We
guys.
might need to cut it down, but we're going to go to next
Yeah,
week's
introduce the next book, Cameron.
I can't freaking wait.
What is it going to be?
Hit it.
I mean, we've been
I'm so
having
ready
some
to read.
scintillating books the last couple of weeks. This one, I don't think is going to stop that trend. Bang!
Bang.
What do we got?
Lock it in. Holy, I like that cover.
Secrets.
The Maid of Secrets by Jennifer McGowan.
That's gonna be a good one. Honestly, we are a podcast that loves secrets.
This one came highly
What, the one
recommended.
in,
Highly
Ocean
recommended.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Secrecy.
And we're going to have fun breaking it down for you guys, along with some of the Browns and Tribe getting into the playoffs.
Yeah, we're
Let's
gonna have.
go.
We'll have updates after the Sunday game and everything like
Yeah,
that.
hopefully next week the guards locked up the division already.
Ooh, that would be nice. I don't know the next time we play Minnesota, but
With that being said, what's the magic number right now?
22. Justin told me last night.
no.
So it's
is it-
20 right now because ball game.
No, really?
We're losing 4-1.
Oh,
Damn.
so 21.
yeah. All right. Thank
Well,
you,
I think we gotta
everybody.
get out of here.
Yeah,
All right,
we gotta
everyone.
get the hell out of here. This camera
Thanks,
turned
guys.
off. That one's
Bye.
still on.
Bye, guys.
Love you guys.